everyone, my name is Mitz, and here we're back with Phoenix Wright Conflict of Interest. So, we are now back, we're narrowing down that Meredith is the only possible one that could have done this, so ring-a-ding-ding, we're going to be talking about the ringer in the hallway. It could only have been you have fingerprints in the hallway, the gun that was used to shoot at Maya was an antique found in your home, and no one would even have any of the foresight to even know about this unless you decide to randomly tell other family members about this, which would be completely stupid. And if you did already, then they are completely just suspicious for not knowing this ahead of time. Plus, everyone else has been accounted for, so yeah. Others knew about the central passageway. Oh, really? It was hardly as secret as you claim. I mean, if Gladys found out, then I guess it took a little digging or pawing around to the walls and all that, then yeah. As of yet, you've only shown that it wasn't my home. With 7 other people present, I'm hardly the only suspect. Mr. Nick, I have a question. Yes, Pearls? Are you so sure she shot her? Of course I am. We know she planned the shooting from the balcony, but did she pull the trigger downstairs? You don't know if those were her fingerprints. Who else would they be? She had it for Maya. I know she's your grandmother, but we can't ignore this. I just don't think she would do it. If you're not right and you get the wrong person, Mrs. Maya will still not be safe. You can't mess this up. So literally, we have to do this whole thing where we just have to. Do we literally just have to go and literally just count every single person? They couldn't get to the hallway. What was it Lily had to go to the left and the right hallway. And the other one, the one that was right behind Phoenix when you looked in, that was blocked. So it was locked or something. I think yeah, he couldn't even open it. So yeah. Others knew of the central passageway. How do they know? I've been there for ages. I had an alternate attempt on my life when I was younger. I had to make it hidden, but these days I'm no longer the master, so secrecy isn't necessary. Anybody who's clever enough could figure I was there. Like me? Like you. And you aren't the only one who's found it. Thank you. I'm part of the Clever Boy Squad. The good boys. There's hardly a secret you claim. That room was completely hidden. You didn't know where it opened to get inside. You soon found your way in easy enough. And straight to my wall, no less. Well, I mean, we didn't find a door, per se. We just basically just forced our way through, so... We didn't exactly find the proper way in, so... Yeah, I'm not paying the bills. Just for the record, that wall bit wasn't me. It took a bit of logical thinking to get that far, so I think you were hoping against. Yeah, first off, that was Water's doing, not mine, okay? Why else would she keep people out of West Spring, right? Very suspicious. Very sus. How maze took you so long? Why the walls are paper thin? It's clear she wanted to hide the hallway. We found the gun there. She either hoped or expected nobody would make it in. As of yet, you've only shown that it was in my home. That already puts you at a disadvantage. It does, doesn't it? That's not enough, you must admit. There was so much going on, you can't put the blame on one person. It's easier if only one person was in a position to do it. Then ask yourself, is that me? There's no way in heaven or hell you can say that for certain. Miss Meredith, if you're so confident, why don't you update your testimony to reflect that? With a mirror. As the court wishes it, here you are, I shall do so. As of yet, you've only shown the hall was my home. Can you really say entered it? Well, the fingerprints, I guess, for one thing, if they're recent. But let's just press be sure. Everybody else is accounted for. God, sir, you mustn't try to bluff with me. I lived 3 of your lifetimes, and I know a faker when I see one. So don't the act, will you? You're fooling anyone. I mean, yeah, what was it? Both? Literally both Iris fainted, Gladys Porter fainted for a bit. Phoenix was really distracted with Maya going on the time, so there are blind spots and all that, so, God. And, what was it? And Raphael was too busy, getting the gun, fiddling around, getting Iris off of it. And, what was it? Well, and of course no one would see, inside the hallway and all that, so, yeah, it had to be you. Yeah. Maybe she got me on that, but there's still evidence showing she was in the hall. I know I can show it somehow. I think it's literally just that. With 7 other people present, I'm hardly suspect. Just be sure. Not the only suspect. Did you forget already? You accused another person just the other day. Oh, well, there's that too. I thought you said you forgot about all that. Well, I guess, well... Actually thinking about it, I think the only reason we think that Gladys fainted or something like that was just because... We only, like, went down... That was because of, what was it? Dahlia. Like, the whole Dahlia theory, so... Oh, gosh. And, of course, the police are still gonna say that, you know, Iris didn't faint, so... Gosh, there goes those two out the window. Fuck. There goes those things, So, like, literally, they could have still been awake and just running around, too. Oh, God. This can be a bit harder. But we can prove that you at least entered in. And, what was it? There's at least no fingerprints of Iris on there, so... No, it can't be her. We proved that. Well, don't tell me there's glove prints on there. Oh, God. I suppose you simply forgot about all that. Porter again. She's really jumping on yesterday's accusation. Well, I can't let her take that advantage. Have you noticed that she's never accused Miss Iris? Yeah, I just noticed that right now as the comment. She'd be this easy target, but Grandmother isn't going for her. Imagine she wants to protect her. She has no reason to be angry with Iris. I'm pretty sure Iris had enough to play with her whole life with, you know, I'll just say her sister. Enough said. Porter, on the other hand, she's a writer for a trashy tabloid article, magazine, occult. Oh, wow. Meredith is the only suspect. I know where everybody else was, so just a matter of pinning it down that she was in the hall. So it happens that I have just the evidence to do that. So, well, can you really say I entered it? I've only shown the hall was in my home. Can you really say I entered it? Yeah. Okay, fingerprints. Yeah, the fingerprints would work. Just to be sure. Fingerprints found in one or more entrances to the hidden hallway. Yeah, fingerprints found on the inside. Wait, Mark, you have fingerprints going with, like, for the things? Well, I guess you would further, I guess, investigate, so yeah. This would work. There we go. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Ellipses. You missed a spot. Well, she's not a cleaner. You have right to reprints the gun, but your fingerprints are still in the entrance to the Central Hall. If you were in there, that means that you are the would-be assassin. No! Prints in the entrance? When they tested for that? Detective Waters ran a quick search earlier this morning. The forensics team confirmed it. She entered the secret hall. Nicely done. Here's this game for you, Mystic Faye. Throw in the towel. You can't prove I was there during the shooting. Those fingerprints mean nothing. It's my own home. Really now? And just who do you think it was? You're the only possible suspect. Ha! Oh God, you're amusing. Nobody else? Good sir, there were 7 other people there apart from the master. Half of them had opportunities and motives. I've had enough of your pish-posh. Pish-posh? Oh. You will not accuse me so easily. Oh, well, you know, it's real when the person stands up. Not the only suspect. Oh boy. Yes, I was inside the time. All this proves the defense never saw me. There's more than one way into the Central Hall. Others could have accessed it. Literally, Phoenix was too busy with getting Maya, and when Maya got shot, he only looked up, outside and looked up at the balcony. He didn't look anywhere else. He was that, focused on what was going on. No, it makes sense because, you know, the sniper rifle itself and the laser pointer. So, yeah. Yeah, no. He wouldn't look outside the doors, and it wouldn't make too much sense that you pass by, the hall on the right, because literally just, the staircase comes from the middle there. All you have to do is go to the door on the right, and and literally just the secret entrance is right next to the door of the room you entered. You had no reason to pass by the door to the room that Phoenix and Maya were in. There's no point to it. Literally no point. More than one way to enter the hall, others could have accessed it. To indict me, you would need to establish alibis to the other suspects during the third shot. First, Mr. Raphael, who fired at her. Next, Mr. Mikoto, who we know had ulterior motives for being there. And finally, Mr. Phoenix himself, who was the victim. Why has nobody suspected him yet? Until you clear these up, I cannot be properly accused. Okay. Well, you're not going with you're not trying to frame Iris, so Your Honor, Judge, defense's claims lies in me being the only possible culprit. Oh, did I actually guess right that we literally have to present evidence that proves literally everyone has an alibi in some point in case? Oh boy, okay. So he got something of that on the way. However, we know that is not the case. He has avoided targeting any of the other suspicious folk. And there were many. Mr. Wright was one of those? Well, he was there, so I can't be the only one who has noticed it. Oh, I was expecting this. Now everybody get accused of murder, eh, Righty? Well, it happened twice, so this is the third. What's this for me now? 4 times? 5? I lost track. Oh, wait, yeah, 4! Yeah, I think it's 4 because, apologize. She wants alibis for everybody else? Well, that's what it takes. I'll give her just that. She's not getting away with what she's did. So literally we have to, like... So we're literally, I think, unless we don't have anything conclusive, so the only thing we can do is process elimination. Yoy. I was inside the time, all this proves the defense never saw me. Okay, I think I have an idea what we need to do, but I'm gonna look at it after we press everything, just to be completely 100% sure, because I know this is really finicky. You were alone, you have no alibi. It doesn't matter. I'm not the only person without one. Can you truly say that a single person can be accounted for 100% of the time? All the time, a little bit of everything, all the time. Well, maybe no. Maybe nothing, you can't. Meredith said yesterday that she heard the 3rd shot. It means wherever she was, it was close enough to hear it. Far enough from the first 2 that it wouldn't hurt her hearing. I could think of a very good place that fits the description. There's more than one way into the central hall, others could have accessed it. I mean, literally, like, literally, the first 2 shots, and she made her way downstairs. And, like, yeah. She's just been waiting there the whole time, I guess. I don't think we can prove that, though. What were these different ways? You know them. 2 were from the inside and 1 landed from the courtyard. 1 landed from the courtyard? The courtyard? Made for a good escape room when it was needed. I don't get distracted. If you discovered it, anybody else could too. What, the courtyard door was locked. Like, locked or blocked, but why would that be? Okay. Protect me, you would need to establish alibis to the other suspect during the 3rd shot. Why should I prove their alibis to show that you're guilty? They're all more suspicious than me. Your accusation rests on me being the only suspect, which isn't simply true. I'd say it's extremely irrelevant. No problem. Right, we'll cobble something together. That's kind of your thing, right? Someone put it that way. Now, who would you say these other suspects were, then? First, Mr. Raphael, who fired at her. Okay. Mr. Donatello was on the balcony. We know that. There wasn't enough time for him to exit to the ground floor. He was strong and quick to do it. There couldn't be time for that. Mr. Raphael's a bad man, but it wasn't him. I can't believe grandmother wants to throw the blame on him after he had to care covered for her. He didn't shoot Mystic Mine, you know it. Yes, I do. We all know who it really was. Do we either present, like, things to each one? Next, Mystic Makoto, who we know had ulterior motives for being there. You mean Gladys Porter? Porter is a Fae Clan medium. Fully able-bodied and capable of carrying out the murder. As you implicated her yesterday. That was me. Sorry, Miss Porter. Don't pour yourself off to prison, hopefully. Tricky, Mystic Fae. Turn his own argument back on him. Better clean up the mess you made, right? And finally, Mr. Phoenix himself, who was the victim. Why has nobody suspected him yet? Me? You 2 were alone, were you not? The shot was fired at close range. Did you shoot her? You wouldn't do that, would you? No! Mr. Nick would never hurt her! Just checking. I believe you. But here's the point. How can we know for sure? If we want to really beat her down to the sole suspect, you'll have to deal with this. Finger guns! What do you say, buddy? Let's prove your innocence and knock this lie out of the park. No worries, Jimmy. I already know how to shut her down. Until you clear these up, I cannot be properly accused. So yeah, it's literally just we have to present evidence that shows it couldn't be those people then. What then? Perhaps your accusation might actually hold some weight, if you can make it that far. Once that's done, it should be finished. She'll be the only remaining suspect. She can't worm her way out of that. It's kind of funny, but these 3 people are the ones she has most reason to hate. You, Miss Porter, and the Revali's man. I'm sure that's not a coincidence. Maybe you can use that as bias against, maybe use that bias against her. There's more suspicious people than just those three. You're right, her. Don't mess it up, please. Almost finished. Just prove these three people didn't do it and it's all over. Okay, so we literally have to prove... Oh, I already thought of something for how we can prove that Mr. Donatello couldn't do it. It was the one thing I, like, keeps showing up in my head exactly about the weird discrepancy that, like, Iris had. What was it? Like, there was, like, a third, like, Iris, like, heard, like, said there was, she only heard 2 shots. Yet the third shot happened, like, literally, it hit Maya, then Phoenix looked up at the balcony, saw Iris standing there with a sniper rifle, and then Phoenix turned away to focus on Maya, you know, for medical attention. Then Mr. Raphael pushed Iris off the balcony, so Iris should have been awake and should have heard the third shot. But if the gun was really small and was actually contained inside the actual room, that means the reverberation and the echo wouldn't have mattered through there. It wouldn't have heard past that point if it's just a small gun. It's probably like not like, booming guns, like it's something at the very least, but literally proves like like literally the third shot happened and then Iris, no, the Phoenix looked up and saw Iris on the balcony, and Raphael then pushed her overboard when Phoenix, like, you know, looked away. So literally, he was on the 2nd floor still when the third shot happened. There was no way he could have fired it from the 1st floor and spread it all the way back upstairs to, you know, to push her off real quickly. There's just no way. Let's go with that. How exactly do you go proving that, though? Let's see, I guess the big thing would be presenting Iris, but I feel like that's a bit flimsy, so let's give that a try, and I'll go back to, just to be sure. Thought it was flimsy, but I think that is the right track, though. So, I saw Iris sitting in the balcony of the final one. Oh, we can actually finally use your own testimony then. Oh, what? No, oh, come on, that should have worked, you. Let's see. Well, literally, like, after the 3rd shot, Raphael pushed him over the balcony. We literally proved that already. Which one shows, like, he actually did push? Which one shows that it's about him pushing people off? Or should we come back to this later? I guess I get something to do. Entry report. This is a small bolt pistol from close range. Now, let's probably go to something else then. Next, Miss Kato, we know ulterior motives are being there. Okay, how did exactly prove there? So, like, the pepper spray is this, while I found a matted area of grass and fell here. Oh, matted grass! Oh, now I remember this now. Oh, no, I was right. Okay, no, okay. Matted grass means, like, they were, like, laying down on the ground for like, way too long, and it, like, stayed like that. Okay, there we go. Gladys Porter was lying unconscious on the ground outside. We proved that the other day. Do you know how long she was passed out? Or she really had it all? Her confession may have just been just a draw suspicion away from herself. Objection! That matted grass in the courtyard suggests otherwise. Miss Porter collapsed. That's indisputable. She had the perfect opportunity to sneak away when nobody was watching. Have you forgotten the defense's argument from before? Oh, nobody was watching? Wait a minute. There's another person lying on the ground. But she was too blurry. I couldn't make her out. There was somebody who saw Miss Porter. And that was you. Me? The day you said you saw a woman lying on the ground. That was her. Nobody forget, did she? Just for the sake of argument, couldn't Mr. Fay have been lying? No, it wasn't a lie. Why would she do that? She didn't even realize who she saw passed on the ground. It would have been an insignificant detail. I mentioned the one that's working against her now. Great point? Well, we all agree. With this, I still need to clear 2 others. This isn't finished. Okay, so we somehow have to prove Raphael. Okay, what was it? So, I know we literally have to prove that, like, he, like, literally just pushed her after the 3rd strike. What was it? So, I want to look through things. Okay. Is there anything showing about, like, I guess the pushing thing? I think that's the thing we have to present at some point. The bullet hit Maya, dangerous criminal, big gun, ballistic markings, bullet. Less than device, 2 people are available from angle from on the balcony with a gun. Old floor with pearl. No. Shot knife by close range. No, I don't think there's anything. They didn't. There's nothing here for. Okay. Actually, like, there's nothing suggesting showing anything about, like, Iris being pushed out. There's no evidence even linked to that whole event. Really? Oh, gosh, no, we have to come back to this then. I'll figure that out. I know it has to be that. If it's something else, then I can't even fathom what it is right now. We already proved that, so we don't even have to worry about that. And finding Mr. Phoenix himself, who was the victim, why has nobody possessed him yet? Oh, that's easily disproven with a little thing called bullet hole. It was physically impossible for me to have shot her. We were in the same room. Okay, we're going Game Boy Advance here. Okay. If it had been me, this hole would not be there. Liar, you shot her. Not physically possible. That's only assuming the bullet came from the central passage. You'd been facing away from the courtyard, with Master between you and the wall. Objection. Nice try, finger games. That's not possible either. It actually brings up a huge contradiction. That's right. Me shooting in the direction of the sacred hall would contradict. Minus fluency was the same number of shots and number of bullet holes. Amount of holes in the wall. And there's a new hole in the wall because of water's going through, but that's beside the point. If I fired the gun from wall facing the wall, the bullet would have made 2 holes. One in the east entry's wall, and one in the west. But we only found 1 hole. It's impossible the gun was shot from the east entry. He wasn't where he says he was. He claims he was in the east entryway, but it must be a lie. He's looked into the other room and shot her from there. You just won't give up, will you? That's not possible either. How do you know I didn't enter the secret hallway to shoot Maya? Oh, thank you, Waters. My prints were only found in one place, and on the inside. How could I enter that room if I never opened the entrance? Heh. Oh, isn't this cute? Mystic Faye, I think it's high time you stop pressing the defense. Arguments run its course, and nobody's buying it. She can just say, like, wearing gloves, but, like, literally, witnesses from all around there can just say, like, they didn't, like, he wasn't wearing gloves, so... Yeah, there goes that argument, too, out of the way. I still want a person to clear. I would not go so quietly. I was inside. Okay. I think Raphael's probably the one, like, I probably have to look up, I guess, just to be sure exactly what I need to do, because, literally, I think I have it down pat. If there's something else, then I don't know what it is it could be. I'm gonna, Okay, so, unless I, like, find something miraculously on my own time, I'm gonna be right back here. Okay, so all evidence here, like, I was on the right track, but I didn't realize that wasn't actually a gun. Which makes things in hindsight now, but I just couldn't figure exactly what we had to prove it for. But I gotta say before this music cuts out, it's like, God, the investigation music here for the Presto theme is really good. Like, I love the Presto theme of Investigations 1 and 2, but God, I really miss this one. Investigations 1 is a bit forgettable, but honestly, like, what was it, Han? Like, plot-wise, like, story-wise, it's mediocre, but I think I had a really fun time mystery-wise. I just love the whole thing. I just gotta gush about that a tiny bit. Oh gosh. Investigations 2, story-wise, character-wise, and mystery-wise, it's all great. Check it out. Fan translation only, though. Capcom, why do you do this? Officially translated already. You're the great Ace Attorney. Why not that? Please, I beg you. Good, please. But then they have to use, like... Oh god, I can't even imagine how they changed any of the actual characters in Investigations 2 now, actually, so... all the names, the fan translated names are perfect. Raymond Shields, all of that. What was it? Yeah, gosh. Okay, back to this. I just went off on a bit of a tangent there. Raphael didn't shoot Maya. 2 bullets were shot from his rifle, but neither hit her. Oh, we're going with that too. The one that did came from a different gun. Oh, you're going with that. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. I was going... Oh, we didn't even actually prove that part, actually. Oh, okay. I forgot. I skipped over the first step. Okay. Okay. He had ample time to get downstairs. There was a gap between the second and third shots. Sure, he looks like he could be a quick guy, but would have been enough. How fast he is or isn't doesn't matter. He never left the second floor. What evidence does prove that Donatello was up there when Maya was shot? Like, okay, can we now present something about Iris? My testimony, actually? Well, just be sure, because, like, I have it in my head, but... I saw Iris immediately after the final gunshot. She hadn't been pushed yet. Mr. Donatello admitted to shoving her off over the railing. He would still be hiding in the other room. Exactly. We know for a fact he wasn't downstairs. Are you satisfied? I did it. I give alibis for each of your 3 people. That leaves you as the only suspect. I did not shoot her! Seems unlikely you were the only one who had an opportunity to fire that final shot. It was you, Meredith Faye. in the hallway with a pistol. Oh my god, we're doing a Clue thing here. You're a class act. Accuse the half-blind woman, why don't we? How do you suppose I fired him when I can barely see? Not a problem. The pistol only works up close. And it just so happens... I'm nearsighted. I can see perfectly well at this range. You can still see the shadows on the other side. Oh, that's how they did it. Wait, then how do you... Well, Phoenix obviously, like, it would be height disparity, so oh boy. You can still see the shadows on the other side, and you hear just fine. With the light coming in just the right angle, you can calculate where Maya was. You'd be more than able to pull this off. Able to, but you still can't really implicate me as a shooter. I'm wrong in saying that you already covered that there were no fingerprints in the gun. None that were identifiable. So you don't know it was me. My fingerprints were not found. Not on the weapon. Not on anything that matters.
Objection.
Objection. Hold right there. Oh, what exactly do you have for this? I said there was proof of cover-up. We never got around to that. This'll be the ladies covering your fingerprints. Every last bit of her. He's picture-perfect proof of your guilt. Oh, like she put that in the crate in the secret hallway. Oh. That's the same one Waters and I put together. With glue. Oh, fun times. The statue? Where'd that come from? It was found on the super secret Institute passage, but it was moved there for the entryway. The same room where Master Maya Fey was shot. Now ask yourself, why would anyone move a shattered bust? It proved which direction a shot came from. Righto, my friend. Sometime between the call to the police and when they arrived, Mystic Faye cleaned us up along with a bullet. Go on and let's admit it. You know, think about it. Like, I guess it was because like I'm approved. Like I'm what was it? Pressure for time. Wouldn't it be like a better cover? Like if you like grab the statue from the other like the west entryway and like swap it with that one. Yeah. Well, like literally. Oh wait. The police arrived. Wait, And Phoenix was in the whole time, so he was too focused on Maya, so there wouldn't be enough time to grab them right there, unless she was carrying it at the time. They just played it on the statue's like pedestal to just grab the shards and all that. That's it. Witness, why would you print the broken statue? It's my home. I couldn't say. Well, I guess like the fingerprints in itself wouldn't would make some like too much sense. It is her house, but fingerprints on each and every shard of the statue? That's weird. Oh, I'm sure, because that would be admission of guilt, am I right? Well, looks like somebody else is going down today. Rivales, Galante, Togamera. These past few months have been just perfect. Karma sucks, don't it? That actually proves you're involved with the crime. Come and face your guilt, Mystic Faye. You're a killer. The statue's compelling proof. Perhaps it doesn't show she fired the weapon, but she was certainly aware of what happened. Oh, was her. Wright just proved everyone else is innocent. Why would she hide the statue? You're right. There's only one reason I would do such a thing. To hide the killer's guilt. The killer is me. It wasn't Sister Iris. I never wanted anything to happen to her. Not my granddaughter. It's all just bad luck that she stumbled on Mr. Raphael. It wasn't her. It couldn't be her. It was me. I arranged the assassination. When it still looked as though it would fail, I took the gun myself and shot her. It had to be done. I wasn't happy. That's all there is to it. Sister Iris is never supposed to get involved. It's all just a horrible, horrible accident. Thank you for your honesty. Was that why you made your testimony yesterday? To protect her? Yes. I knew the defense's best chance would be to have a secret weapon, so I lied. What? You're lying! You're still lying now! What? Huh? You heard me! She's lying! Well, my first thought was, like, how do you know that she's lying? Like, the Magatama? But the Magatama doesn't work in court cases. The spiritual energy is dispelled the second you enter anything competition-wise in these hollowed beige brown halls. And that means that she's still hiding something. But she's confessing to attempted murder. What more could she have had to hide? It doesn't matter what she already confessed to. Grandmother, your confession doesn't mean anything if you can't keep your own story straight. Just stop it! Pearls, what is this all about all of a sudden? Hiding our way won't do any good if we don't have all the answers. You have to get everything from her, Mr. Nick. She's hiding something about the plot to kill Mystic Maya. Does that bother you? Until you unravel it, she'll never be safe. It does seem strange. What is she hiding? She's already confessed the crime. What could be more secret than that? The defense requests to hear more of this confession. Whatever she's hiding, we need to find out what it is. Has to be now. You're the only one who can do this. Yes, well, Mystic Faye, defense wishes for a fuller story. Please oblige. There is more. Oh boy. Why I did it. Okay, well, we'll leave this off here, but, like, there's more going on here. Okay, if there's... What could you be hiding about at this point? Like, pepper spray, the gun, like... Literally almost everything has been accounted for. I mean, like, the rest of this evidence is mostly just... We just basically just used because, like, we just found out just because, it's all just to prove that Meredith had ties to her valleys. Like, oh gosh, like, yeah. Basically, she knew where Pearl was this whole time. The Valley's family was the one who, like, organized this quote-unquote kidnapping, so, yeah. Yeah, and everything else makes sense, so what should she be hiding for? Well, I guess we'll figure out, like, see what she's hiding and try to piece together what actually happened. Like, why, like, what's an extra reason for why she's doing this, then, for next time. So, what a fun time watching as I am playing this. Let's see you next time, what time may be, and I'll hope you a fantastic day.